Many Christians think of Judaism as the religion described in the Old Testament. Christians also understand Judaism as the religion practiced by Jesus when he was living on earth. Or they may think of Judaism as the religion that is still waiting for God's chosen one after not recognizing Jesus as the Messiah. Unfortunately, some Christians have held Jews or Jewish leaders responsible for the crucifixion of Jesus. Christians are correct in defining Judaism as the religion of the Hebrew Bible, the religion of Jesus, and a religion still longing for God's chosen one. However, these understandings, though true, do not describe the essence of Judaism.
Before attempting to define Judaism, the religion, it is important to first look at what it means to be a Jewish person. To say Judaism is the religion of the Jews is not to say that all Jews practice Judaism. Being a Jew has both an ethnic and a religious connection. Defining who is a Jew is rather difficult for non-Jews to understand, whereas a Christian is a follower of Christ and a Muslim is an adherent to Islam. A Jew may or may not practice Judaism. Therein lies the confusion. There are ethnic Jews and religious Jews. A religious Jew practices Judaism. An ethnic Jew may or may not practice Judaism. A religious Jew may also be an ethnic Jew, but it is just as likely for the religious Jew to be from another ethnic group. Both ethnic Jews and religious groups are found virtually on every continent. A brief history of Judaism. Judaism is the religion of the Jews. It is the religious expression of a people whose history spans thousands of years. Judaism can be dated from the times of Moses, though the seeds of Judaism can be traced to the time of Abraham. From its formation, it is the Sinai desert, triumphs and tragedies, obituaries and misunderstandings, laughter and tears have written the history of Judaism and the Jewish people. Though a minority group throughout much of their history, Jews have contributed substantially to the history of the world, particularly the Western world. Generations later, many Hebrew people moved to prosperous Egypt to avoid a major drought in Canaan. Though at first welcome, they soon found themselves slaves under the powerful Egyptian government. As slaves, the Hebrew people, a small part of an immense army of people that helped build the majestic cities of Egypt, in approximately 1250 BC, Moses freed the Hebrew people from Egyptian bondage and led them back to Canaan, known to the Hebrew people as the Promised Land. In the 40 years they took to return to Canaan, the Hebrew people became a conventional community, owing their allegiance to one God only. Moses died on the outskirts of Canaan, leaving Joshua to lead the Hebrew people. However, after living 400 years in Egypt, the Hebrew found it necessary to conquer the inhabitants of Canaan before they could resettle. Once settled again in Canaan, the Hebrew people became a confederation of tribes and began to establish a powerful kingdom around 1050 BC under the leadership of King Saul, David, and Solomon.
The medieval period of Judaism. At the beginning of the 7th century, another monotheistic religion, Islam, came out of the Arabian Peninsula and was in competition with both Judaism and Christianity. Under Muslim rule, Jews were a protected people as long as they paid the tax for the protection. They were able to worship as they wished as long as their synagogues were not taller than mosques, and they could conduct their own courts. However, Jews were clearly treated as second-class citizens, and there were times when the protection did not hold.
While Jews in Jerusalem faced persecutions, the Jews of Babylon were able to flourish under Persian rule. They built great schools and synagogues. In the middle of the 8th century, the Muslims moved their capital from Damascus to Baghdad, very near the Jewish center of Babylonia. Muslims took on daunting task of reintroducing ancient Greek writings to the medieval world. Jews helped translate the writings from Greek to Arabic, from Muslim and from Arabic to Latin for Christians of the West. From Baghdad, Islamic culture and civilizations flourished, and Jews were very much a part of the expansion. A large class of Jewish merchants arose. At this point, Muslims and Christians were at the odds with each other, and Jews proved to be good mentors between them. Trades between Christian and Muslims happened, but indirectly through the meditation of Jews.